Have you ever wondered if small daily habits could be quietly taking years off your life? Many seniors unknowingly engage in behaviors that increase health risks, weaken the body, and accelerate aging. The problem is these habits often feel harmless or even normal until the damage is already done. The good news is it's never too late to make simple changes that can help you live longer, stay stronger, and feel better every day. In this video, we're revealing 6 habits that steal your lifespan after 70, along with the steps you can take to avoid them and add more healthy years to your life. From diet and hydration to overlooked warning signs, each one plays a major role in how well your body functions as you age. Stay with me until the end because the last habit on this list is one that most people completely ignore, yet it can make the biggest difference in your overall health. Let's get started. Number 1, ignoring subtle health symptoms. When we were young, our bodies seemed invincible. Every ache and pain was just a minor inconvenience, barely a whisper against the roaring soundtrack of life. But as time passes, those small signals become our body's gentle way of saying, "Take a moment, please." For many of us, ignoring subtle health symptoms has become a habit. Consider the story of Helen, a vibrant 76-year-old who loved tending to her garden and sharing stories of her youth. Helen began to notice a slight tightness in her chest when she climbed the stairs to her living room. At first, she thought it was just the natural part of growing older, but soon, as those moments of discomfort became more frequent, she realized that something wasn't quite right. Helen decided to book a checkup with her doctor, and after a series of tests, she learned that her arteries were narrowing, a condition that, if left unattended, could have led to a major heart attack. Thanks to her timely decision and willingness to listen to her body's quiet alarms, Helen was able to manage her condition with lifestyle changes and medication, continuing to enjoy her favorite pastime of gardening for many more years. Statistics show that early detection of conditions such as heart disease can reduce the risk of severe complications by up to 40%. These numbers remind us that it is not a sign of weakness to admit we need help. It is a sign of wisdom. It's about tuning into our bodies, much like how we once instinctively knew when our mothers were calling us for dinner. Recall a moment when you ignored a small sign from your body. What might have been different if you had taken a moment to listen to that inner whisper? Number 2, not drinking enough water. Water is life, something we learned early on while chasing cool streams during summer picnics or savoring a cold glass on a hot day. Yet, as many of us enter our golden years, our bodies change, and our sense of thirst may become less sharp. This can lead us down a dangerous path of dehydration without even realizing it. Dehydration isn't just about feeling parched. It can strain our kidneys, muddle our cognitive abilities, and put extra stress on our hearts. Margaret, an 80-year-old retiree who always had a twinkle in her eye and a knack for storytelling, began experiencing bouts of dizziness and an overall sense of fatigue. Every time she stood up, there was a momentary, disconcerting lightheadedness. Assuming this was just old age, Margaret continued with her routine until an episode of confusion during a shopping trip prompted her to visit her doctor. Blood tests revealed that she was chronically dehydrated, a condition that could easily have worsened without prompt action. With her doctor's gentle advice, Margaret began keeping a filled glass of water by her side, and even set reminders to drink throughout the day. Within a week, she noticed a delightful transformation. The dizziness faded, her energy levels soared, and even her memory seemed crisper. Recent studies affirm that even mild dehydration can impair brain function and increase the risk of cardiovascular problems. By ensuring we drink the right amount of water, supplementing with herbal teas, broths, and water-rich fruits and vegetables, we are not just hydrating our bodies but nourishing our spirits. It's as if every sip reconnects us with the refreshing streams of our childhood. If you're still here, Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 2 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 3, poor sleep quality. Sleep has always been the gentle, nightly embrace that restores us, a quiet time to reflect on the day and dream about the morrow. But as we age, many of us find that sleep no longer comes as easily as it once did. Our bodies produce less melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to rest, and our sleep may become fragmented, leaving us feeling less refreshed each morning. Chronic sleep deprivation is not just a minor inconvenience. It can weaken our immune system, raise blood pressure, and accelerate brain aging, increasing the risk for dementia and heart disease. Take Joseph, a 77-year-old gentleman with a warm smile and an infectious laugh, who had always been the life of every gathering. Over time, however, Joseph noticed that his once reliable nights of peaceful sleep had turned into a series of restless interruptions. He found himself waking up multiple times during the night, and by morning, he felt as if he had barely slept at all. Not only was he more forgetful, but his energy levels began to decline, and his overall zest for life diminished. Concerned, Joseph sought the advice of his doctor, who explained that his fragmented sleep was causing a surge in stress hormones, which in turn was affecting his heart and brain. Determined to reclaim his nights, Joseph made a few gentle changes. He started a soothing bedtime ritual by reading an old favorite book in dim light, set his phone aside to avoid the blue light of screens, and even experimented with a cup of chamomile tea. In just a few weeks, Joseph found himself not only drifting off more easily, but also waking up with the kind of vigor he hadn't experienced in years. Studies indicate that for older adults, achieving a consistent pattern of quality sleep can reduce the risk of chronic inflammation and cardiovascular disease significantly. Remember, sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity, a time when our bodies and minds repair themselves. It's one of those life lessons from the elderly that remind us every precious night, a well-rested soul is the first step to a joyful day. When was the last time you had a truly restorative night's sleep? Can you recall a period in your life when sleep felt like a natural, healing ritual? Number 4, eating highly processed foods. In our youth, we often associated mealtime with hearty, home-cooked meals, lovingly prepared and shared with family and friends. Over time, however, the convenience of highly processed foods began to creep into our daily lives. While these foods are quick and accessible, they are often filled with refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives, elements that can lead to chronic inflammation, diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Consider Evelyn, a sprightly 74-year-old who had long enjoyed the occasional sweet treat. For years, packaged snacks and fast food seemed harmless to her, until subtle signs of fatigue, occasional brain fog, and joint pain began to surface. A routine checkup revealed that her blood sugar levels were flirting with pre-diabetes, and her cholesterol had started to edge toward dangerous territory. Evelyn was faced with the realization that the diet she once enjoyed for its simplicity was now subtly undermining her health. Taking decisive steps, Evelyn began replacing her processed snacks with a variety of whole, nourishing foods, fresh vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. Her mornings started with a vibrant fruit bowl, and her afternoons were punctuated by small, satisfying snacks like almonds and crisp apple slices. Not only did she feel more energized, but her mood improved, her joint pain lessened, and her cognitive clarity returned. Her experience is a gentle reminder of the life lessons from the elderly, that mindful nourishment is as important as any other remedy, in preserving our vitality. Recent research confirms that diets high in processed foods can shorten lifespan by accelerating chronic illnesses, whereas whole food diets promote better blood sugar control and healthier cholesterol levels. It's a simple yet profound reminder that every meal is a choice to honor our bodies and our history of resilience and wisdom. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 4 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Number 5, ignoring social interaction. In the tapestry of life, relationships and meaningful connections are the golden threads that hold everything together. Yet, it's easy to slip into isolation as our social circles shrink and life's obligations change. Research tells us that loneliness can be as detrimental to our health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, contributing to heart disease, high blood pressure, and a faster decline in cognitive function. I remember my dear friend George, a warm, gentle soul in his late 70s who always found joy in the simple act of sharing a cup of coffee with a neighbor or joining the local community group for a lively discussion. Unfortunately, as years went by, George's days grew longer and quieter. His once vibrant days became muted, spent mostly alone at home. The absence of conversation, laughter, and shared activities began to take its toll on his energy and memory. Recognizing the need for change, George reached out to a local seniors community group. At first, it was challenging to take that first step, stepping out of the comfort of solitude into a circle of unfamiliar faces. But soon, the warmth and support of the group rekindled his spirit. Conversations flowed about cherished memories, family traditions, and even the subtle art of gardening. George soon discovered that the simple act of reconnecting with others not only brightened his days but also sharpened his mind and lightened his heart. Studies have shown that older adults who maintain robust social networks tend to enjoy better mental and physical health, with a significantly reduced risk of cognitive decline. The life lessons from the elderly often remind us that community is not just about proximity. It's about connection, empathy, and mutual care. Think back to a time when a simple conversation lifted your spirits. Who was it with, and how did that moment change your day? Number 6, skipping strength and balance exercises. One of the most dangerous habits that can quietly steal years from your life is neglecting strength and balance exercises. As we age, muscle loss happens naturally, and without regular movement, the body becomes weaker, leading to poor balance, slower reaction times, and an increased risk of falls. The real danger isn't just in falling, it's what happens afterward. A simple fall after 70 can lead to fractures, long recovery periods, and an overall decline in health that becomes hard to reverse. Many seniors assume that if they're still active in their daily routines, walking around the house, doing chores, running errands, they're getting enough movement. However, daily activities are not the same as targeted strength and balance training. Without exercises that actively maintain muscle tone and coordination, the body gradually becomes more fragile and less stable, making it more prone to serious injuries. Consider Richard's experience. At 75, he still considered himself active. He walked every day, worked in his garden, and never thought twice about exercise. Over time, however, he noticed that his legs weren't as strong as they used to be, and getting up from chairs became increasingly difficult. One evening, he tripped over a small rug in his living room. Not a dramatic fall, but it was enough to cause him to land awkwardly and fracture his hip. What followed was months of physical therapy, a loss of independence, and a decline in his overall confidence. His doctor later explained that Had he been doing regular strength and balance exercises, his muscles and bones would have been strong enough to prevent the fall, or at least reduce the severity of the injury. The good news is it's never too late to start. Simple strength exercises like chair squats, leg lifts, and wall push-ups can help rebuild lost muscle. Balance exercises such as standing on one foot for a few seconds or practicing heel-to-toe walking can improve coordination and reduce the risk. If you're still here, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. If today's message touched something true in your life, just comment number 6 so I know you're here. And if you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss what's next. This channel is a gentle space where experience matters, kindness is shared, and growing older means something. I'm truly grateful you're here. Final thoughts. Taking a moment to reflect on these 6 habits that might be quietly shortening your lifespan can be very eye-opening. Many of us believe that aging is simply a natural part of life, but the truth is that small daily choices truly shape how well and how long we live. By avoiding harmful habits and making thoughtful, intentional changes in our daily routines, you can protect your health, boost your energy, and ultimately enjoy a longer, more fulfilling life. Which of these habits spoke to you the most? Have you noticed any of these patterns in your own life? Your experiences and insights matter, and sharing them in the comments can inspire others who may be facing similar challenges. Remember, taking care of yourself after 70 is not just about adding more years to your life, it's about filling those years with vitality, strength, and independence. Whether it's making sure you drink enough water, setting up a relaxing bedtime routine for better sleep, choosing healthy foods, or making time for cherished social interactions, every small step you take toward better habits is a step toward a healthier and happier future. Thank you for spending this precious time with us today. I invite you to leave a comment below with one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your daily life. Your thoughts and shared experiences not only strengthen our community, but also bring comfort and hope to others on their journey. As you continue on your path, remember this timeless proverb: you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Take care, stay hopeful, and know that each day offers a fresh opportunity to live life with joy and purpose.